start in the cushion as well, which is going to take away horsepower.
And he has that inside line for the preferred lines going to the Metal Coke rocks as well.
So Chuck definitely has the advantage here, but
and the horsepower
all comes down to driving.
And Chuck Crossland takes off. The Starstream's lagging just a little bit. But Chuck Crossland into the rocks first, and then it's Austin Thompson, then Trent Roberts.
Ooh,
Eric Wikel's there.
Diving up the middle.
Man, that's a great start there.
Trent is into second, Chuck out front, and Austin is in third.
And then Matt Bradley, Jacob Pacheco, Campman, Wikle, Churchill, Slingstad, and Lewis. So Chuck Crossland still out front through the Brannock Boulders, being chased closely by Trent Roberts. No, that may be Matt Bradley. Matt Bradley and Trent Roberts look very similar.
Riley is driving back to the pits right now under his own power, so hopefully they get that car running for the game as well.
Tough break for him. There's Matthew Slingstad. In the back of the pack, I see Eric Wikle.
There was
Trent
a little
Roberts.
bit of a traffic jam in the trials rock, so it's kind of spread out the field a bit. They were super tight there for a minute. Couple nice little jumps on the gunite.
And there was that rock you were talking about. He hit it just right and just kind of wheelied up there. I love the PCI gunite rocks. So it's going to be interesting to see if Chuck Crossland can hold his lead on this 5-lap prelim. And then we're going to mix almost 20 4,800 cars for the main event later on this afternoon. It's going to be a great race.
That'll be a battle.
So Austin Thompson is dropped back to third, and I believe it's Matt Bradley and Chuck Crossland.
But Trent Roberts is not giving him an inch. He is right there.
I was wrong. It is Chuck Crossland and Trent Roberts. Matt Bradley looks similar. So it is Chuck Crossland and Trent Roberts, 1 and 2. And I think we have Starstream on both of those cars. We'll see if we can bring some of those in and out to you.
Who is the car in fourth?
Fourth is Matt Bradley.
Matt Bradley seems to be overheating right now. His radiator is putting off a lot of steam.
Yeah, that's not good. So we'll go through as they came through after lap number 1. It was Chuck Crossland, Trent Roberts, Austin Thompson, Matt Bradley, Jacob Pacheco, Luke Campman, Eric Wikle, Matthew Slingstad, and I don't see Nathan Churchill or Corey Lewis. Got some Trent Roberts fans out there.
Ooh,
Chris Ray's tuned in. You can go to our social. We do have the run of events on there, or go to Ultra 4 Racing and go to the schedule. And we got a lot of racing yet to come. Asking about Pro Turbo. We ran that earlier, so they'll be running, probably midday later on. Well, we are on lap number 2 of 5 for our second prelim for the 4,800 Brannock Motorsports Legends class, and it's Chuck Crossland out front. While we wait for him to come to screen, we need to give a huge shout out to Monster Energy, Warren Racing, Brannock Motorsports, All Things UTV, NorCal Rock Racing, Rock Crawler Suspension, Freight Factory, Spider Tracks, Factor 55, PCI, G-Force, Metal Cloak, and Maxxis for the Ultra 4 USA side. And on NorCal Rock Racing side, it's California Customs, Rugged Radios, Metal Cloak, Griffin Radiator, and King Shocks. So please support who supports the sport. Without all these wonderful marketing partners, we would not be racing here today. And Trent Robert takes that left line, tries to get around Chucky, but Chucky has the horsepower and hammered down.
And that was close, though. If he can just line that up one lap, get nice and close going into the rocks, I think he might be able to pass him there.
Yeah, because I don't think it's a horsepower game in the rocks.
No.
It's just once you get through it, he's got it. So heading into the Brannock Boulders 1-2 with Chuck Crossland and Trent Roberts.
Trent has always been very aggressive in the rocks. Feel like him and Sean Reisky always have been some of the most aggressive.
They're fun to watch. 100%. There's Jacob Pacheco and Matt Bradley. Jacob Pacheco in that Trent Fab car, putting it down. One of the OG UFOs. Oh, and Matt Bradley takes a little wide. Pacheco has to check not to hit him, but they kept it clean.
It is cool to see how flat those Trent Fab cars just turn.
They work amazing for sure. And jumping up the PCI Gunite. Matt Bradley knows Pacheco is there, so the battle for third and fourth is heating up. Doing a little step down. This is usually where the Gomez tree jump is if you're heading the opposite direction. That's probably my favorite jump here, but we got to switch it up.
Yeah. Seems like Goodby was a little nice to us this year on the big jumps.
Yeah, exactly.
But the short course flows so well this weekend. It feels very intuitive to drive.
And Chuck Crossland heading into the Metal Cloak Rocks.
Trent is starting to drive the other line, just trying to keep up with him.
And it looks like Eric Wikle is stopped.
Trying to go for a pass. Oh. Bradley just edged him out there. A little bit of contact, but that's racing. Both are still moving. Jacob is definitely starting to get more aggressive, trying to go for that pass, though.
Yeah, it's he knows put the there saying, "Hey, I'm here and I'm ready."
Yep. And that is technically 2 cars past because that's an entire row forward for the main.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, because so basically your finishing position for this race gets you which race you which
row you started.
Yeah, row. There we go. Thank you. Lost some words there. A lot of talking today.
Oh yeah.
So Chuck Crossland and Trent Roberts up front, but then the battle right now is Matt Bradley and Jacob Pacheco.
And these 16 heats are just half the races today, right?
Say that again?
These 16 heats are just half the races.
Yeah.
We still have more on top of it.
It's going to be a busy day, that's for sure. There's Chuck Crossland, our race leader in the 4800 Brand Sports Prelim number 2. And the white flag is out and flying for Chuck Crossland. And right behind him is Trent Roberts.
We can't see.
You understand?
Yeah.
And there's Matt Bradley and Jacob Pacheco.
Still battling it out.
And Austin Thompson's still on them, so they're waiting for a mistake to see what happens. But this is a pretty good battle for third and fourth. But up front, Chuck Crossland's holding pretty steady, and so is Trent Roberts.
There was about a 20-second gap, I would say, between Trent and Chuck. So
Yeah.
that's going to be hard to overcome on this last lap.
But I think you're playing strategy now.
Yep.
And it looks like Eric Wikle is back and moving. Great to see that. Nathan Churchill. Oh, he did make it out. Good. He's the one that was parked on his rear tire after his qualifying run. Took a pretty good little tumble.
I don't know if I've seen many cars ending up parked like that after a nice
And
little
just
pirouette.
perfectly sat there.
Yeah.
I was like, put it in reverse, but I think it shut off. So the checkered flag flies, and it is Chuck Crossland in that first position. And then Trent Roberts in number 2. So Chuck Crossland, number 4869 out of Los Molinos, California, with Crossland Off-Road in that Liberty Mountain Fab only child machine with a Brian Tooley twin-turbo LS62 with 1,200 horsepower. He's got a Hughes Turbo 400, a Behemoth 205, Mickey Thompson tires, Dirty Life wheels, Holly Off-Road, Yukon, and FK. Trent Roberts in that 4811, who got second position out of Clarksburg, California with TWC Racing. In that goat-built Ibex chassis with a supercharged LQ4 with 700 horsepower. He's got Yukon, Vision, Mickey Thompson, and Raceline wheels. And in that third position, the number 91 of Matt Bradley out of Ron Hurt Park, California, with Last Minute Matt Motorsports. And another Liberty Mountain Fab chassis with a Schofield LS2, King Superior Equipment, and Kama.
And that's pole and first place for Chuck.
Yeah, that's he's holding it down. So it's going to be a drag race between him and who won the last one? Oh, it's going to be Dylan Summers.
Yes.
Sorry, missed my sheet.
Yes. Do you know how they're going to decide on who gets inside versus outside?
I don't know that. It's a good question. I believe
position or overall race time.
That's a good question. I don't have that one.
Okay. Either way, it'll be a good race between those two. Dylan was on